This is what everybody's been waiting to see. This is where all of the action really takes place.
Welcome to MsMojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the lesser-known backstage tidbits about ABC's long-running medical drama.
I mean, I would say in all of the television that I've done in my life, that was one of the most profoundly impactful acting experiences.
Number 20, The Real Seattle Grace. Grey's Anatomy's longtime home base has undergone many changes in names over the years, but the initial concept for the hospital was based on a very real place, Seattle's very own Harborview Medical Center, a level 1 trauma center located in the First Hill neighborhood. Producers found the facility during location scouting and fell in love with its picturesque, glassy exteriors and sprawling medical campus.
All we can do is keep breathing.
Although the show doesn't film at the hospital, its prestigious reputation and sleek architecture are absolutely present in the show's DNA. Harborview has actually appeared in other media, including 70s medical drama Emergency, and in spirit in the video game The Last of Us Part 2.
The hospital. It's right there. We did it.
Number 19, Scandal almost ended the show. While the details of Isaiah Washington's firing during season 3 were huge news, it also caused some major anxieties as the show moved forward.
That's what the apology was for, to apologize to all my friends and supporters in the gay community for that misstep. I can't change that narrative, but what I can do is upset the absolutes about who I am as a human being.
Creator Shonda Rhimes privately worried it would kill Grey's Anatomy altogether. After all, the show was at the height of its runaway success. Not only were Christina Yang and Preston Burke the show's second biggest romantic pairing, but the show's popularity meant any scandal became magnified. Bad press was always going to grab more headlines than it would on a smaller show. Rhimes said in 2025 that the cast still has lingering trauma from the episode.
I had a momentary freak out, but now I'm fine. I can do this.
But you don't want to do this. I'm up there waiting for you to come down the aisle. And I know you don't want to go.
Number 18, How the Sets Work.
We're going to take a little tour of the hospital for all you fans who've been so great in watching the show and supporting us. And so we thought we'd like to give a little bird's eye view of what we do here every day.
Given just how many different rooms and locations are used on the show, no soundstage could hold them all. Well, audiences unfamiliar with how TV production works might be shocked to know how the production designers managed that feat. Spaces on the set are modular. That means a set that makes up a nurse's station in one scene can be transformed into a patient's room for another.
And it's a little bit modular, so that these walls all come out and we can create a nurse's station over there for some other scene.
Furniture is swapped out, props are exchanged, and the walls can be folded or extended. It just takes a few key changes to completely change a spot that looked totally different the last time we saw it.
To make it easy for us to shoot in, so if we need to shoot in that room looking in this direction, we just fly this wall right on up.
Number 17, Faye Dunaway learned her procedure. One legendary actress went the extra mile when she appeared on Grey's Anatomy. Faye Dunaway played cardiothoracic surgeon Margaret Campbell in this season 5 episode, An Honest Mistake.
Patient status post minimally invasive procedures have been shown to have decreased post-surgical discomfort and recovery times.
Inhuman, please. Dr. Yang?
But Dunaway is an actor who does her homework. According to writer Pete Nowak's blog for ABC.com, Faye Dunaway actually learned her character's surgical procedure. Nowak reports that the dedicated method actor was so knowledgeable about the operation that he would trust her to do his own surgery. Bold words, considering the episode is about a retiring surgeon who finds herself questioned for her methods by her younger colleagues.
I was a god in this OR, holding a scalpel. I was a god. And now?
Number 16, Shonda Rhimes was inspired by Sex and the City. Did you know that the writer-creator behind Grey's Anatomy actually pitched it as a medical drama version of Sex and the City? Forced to pitch the show to network execs who might not see its value, she came up with an alternative title, Sex and the Surgery.
So what was it like to get the phone call that Grey's Anatomy had been picked up?
I'd been writing at home in my pajamas And now suddenly I am at an office with writers who are looking to me to tell them what we need to do.
When you think about it, it doesn't sound so unlikely. Much like the 4 leads of Sex and the City, the Doctors of Grey's fill their precious time between social and professional engagements gabbing about their love lives over lunch. Trade in the high fashion for scrubs and the luncheons for surgeries, and it's practically the same show. Well, not really, but you can see the similarities.
I would try 16. Yeah, I've never done that before.
You'd try 16?
Mm-hmm. I would. I totally would. Don't do 16 too fast.
Number 15, Izzy was almost killed off. Katherine Heigl's acrimony with the show and its creator led to her departure in season 6.
At the time when I was sort of mouthing off and voicing my opinion about whatever, I didn't quite realize how fast it could, spread like a wildfire.
However, her exit left the writers with a dilemma. Shonda Rhimes had decided that Izzy Stevens should die tragically, leaving her beloved Alex Karev to pick up the pieces. But given some recent character deaths and just how much Izzy meant to the viewers, Rhimes thought better of it.
The last one with Shonda, I think, for me, it's just, it sucks. I am sorry that she feels that way.
She decided to give Stevens a less brutal, audience-honoring exit. Heigl made her last appearance midway through season 6, allowing the characters and the audience to say a proper goodbye.
And I want you to go and be happy and not come back.
Number 14, Ellen Pompeo was the first choice for Meredith Grey. Kind of. Throughout the development phase of the pilot, writer-creator Shonda Rhimes kept referring to a certain actress from the 2002 movie Moonlight Mile. That actress was Ellen Pompeo. Eventually, she decided that instead of finding an actress like Pompeo, she should just hire her.
I remember saying to people, I'm looking for somebody who feels like that girl in Moonlight Mile. I want somebody who feels like that girl. And I kept saying it. And finally someone was like, I think you might be able to have that girl from Moonlight Mile.
It was a gamble. Pompeo rarely had a leading role in film or TV before then. In fact, she wasn't all that interested in doing TV at the time.
I was like, I don't want to be on a TV show. I'm trying to be in these movies, and I had all these people call me and tell me how amazing I am, and I should stay on this track. Why are you trying to derail me and put me over here?
But she responded to the role of Meredith Grey enough to follow through with the project. 2 decades later, it was clearly the right choice. Number 13, Rob Lowe was a contender for McDreamy. Casting a pilot is tricky work. Sometimes it's about finding the right combination of fresh faces and established stars. 80s heartthrob and West Wing star Rob Lowe was actually offered the role of Dr. Derek Shepherd. He declined. He already had a medical series of his own lined up, the one-season wonder of Dr. Vegas. Patrick Dempsey was cast in his stead.
So why did you turn it down?
Well, because I had another show, James.
Right.
That I was going to do. That was
And what
better.
show was that?
It was Dr. Vegas.
Speaking with Variety in 2021, Lowe offered that the benefit of turning down the role was that it opened him up for roles on shows like Parks and Recreation. According to him, his wife might not necessarily agree with his decision.
Probably cost me, conservatively, $70 million. It's a little TV show called Grey's Anatomy.
No. So
my wife will not let me live this down.
Number 12, the hospital changes. Gray Sloan Memorial Hospital is like any other hospital. As years go by, things have to be updated, walls repainted, equipment replaced. Throughout the seasons, the production designers of Grey's Anatomy have made significant changes to the sets and how they're designed, lit, and photographed.
It's hard to say. We're still in pre-op. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's the lead surgeon. Oh, and that over there? Yeah, I think that's his best scrub nurse.
Some of these changes have been woven into the narrative, such as the renovations that occurred under Dr. Miranda Bailey's direction during the show's 14th season. Others are more subtle and may go unnoticed unless you binge watch the entire backlog of episodes. But the aim is to make these changes while still honoring the history of the show.
Hope you've enjoyed it. Hope it's been enlightening. It's the magic of television, and we make it right here.
Number 11, Ellen Pompeo versus Denzel Washington.
Twitter fans calling Ellen out for being entitled and privileged and rude after she allegedly started the argument, then played victim by telling Denzel's wife.
An explosive season 12 episode sees Meredith Grey attacked by a patient. It's It's a hard-hitting, intense episode. Apparently, filming it was just as tense. Helming the episode was none other than the legendary Denzel Washington, making his debut directing TV. Star Ellen Pompeo was a huge fan of his. However, she wasn't starstruck enough to stay compliant when the two had disagreements. The pair reportedly had a blow-up over Pompeo going off script during a major scene. When Washington told her not to do it, she said she had to remind him that it was her show.
She's been #1 on that call sheet for 16, 17 season. So there's an ownership to it. But there's a way you talk to Denzel Washington. I am so sorry.
Number 10, the cast was given homework. It stands to reason that if you're cast in a show about doctors, you should brush up on your medical knowledge. Showrunner Shonda Rhimes goes one step further, however. She regularly hands out homework to the cast so they can properly portray their characters, particularly during scenes that involve surgery.
Last night we studied together. Today we're treating patients together.
Although there's always a medical advisor present to make sure the scenes are as authentic as possible, some of the actors have taken it upon themselves to visit actual hospitals, while others have actually shadowed surgeons during their shifts.
Oh, you really did your homework.
I'm a great student. In fact, Isaiah Washington has followed surgeons around for 48-hour stints. Now that's dedication. Number 9, the reason behind Erica Hahn's departure. Anyone who's watched Grey's Anatomy has undoubtedly wondered, what the hell happened to Erica Hahn? The character played by Brooke Smith abruptly decides to leave Seattle Grace in the season 5 episode Rise Up, never to be seen again.
Easy. There's right and there's wrong. And this was wrong.
While there have been plenty of rumors as to why Smith was let go, Shonda Rhimes claims it was due to the character lacking the magic and chemistry to follow through on longer character arcs. It's hardly the first time drama has sprung up due to a cast member leaving the show. As indicated earlier, Katherine Heigl also left in tense circumstances, and when she expressed interest in returning, was politely but firmly declined.
Is there any truth that you may be returning to Grey's Anatomy?
No, there's not. I don't know how that started. I haven't been asked, and I think that they're on their own path, and I am as well.
Number 8, Kate Walsh's spin-off upset castmates. With its large cast of dynamic characters, Grey's Anatomy has always appeared poised for a spin-off or two, and in 2007, it finally happened.
Naomi didn't tell Sam that she hired me to work here?
Kate Walsh's character, Dr. Addison Montgomery, left to start her own practice in the appropriately titled Private Practice. Now, you'd think that Walsh's castmates would be happy for her, but sadly, that was reportedly not the case. One source told Star Magazine that the rest of the cast seemed instantly resentful and that they each thought they'd be the one chosen to get their own show. Jeez, jealous much?
Kinda jealous of this. You're jealous of this?
Number 7, the writers were good at keeping secrets. When it comes to spoilers, you can never be too careful. And if you're an actor on Grey's Anatomy, that means you might not know the fate of your character until the day or two before your scene.
Oh, Robin's cheating on Kelly? Oh, did not see that coming.
I know.
Oh.
Shonda Rhimes has been leaving audiences wondering what will happen next for years, crafting brilliant cliffhangers and surprising twist endings that keep fans clamoring for more. A prime example is the first season's revelation that Dr. Derek Shepherd is actually married.
Hi, I'm Addison Shepherd.
Shepherd?
And you must be the woman who's been screwing my husband.
Ellen Pompeo didn't find out herself until she was getting ready to film the final episode. Number 6, the reason the show originally revolved around interns. Audiences were first introduced to the world of Grey's Anatomy through the eyes of a group of interns fresh out of medical school.
A month ago, you were in med school being taught by doctors. Today, you are the doctors.
The decision to present the medical drama from their perspective and not from that of Seattle Grace's higher-ups was a conscious one on the part of showrunner Shonda Rhimes. According to her, there's something really horrible about not knowing what you're doing for a living. You can say that again.
Who here feels like they have no idea what they're doing? I mean, are we supposed to be learning something? Because I don't feel like I'm learning anything.
22 seasons later, and it seems she knew how to hook audiences. Number 5, Meredith was originally supposed to date Burke. After watching Meredith and Derek's on-again, off-again relationship for the better part of the show, it's difficult to imagine her being with anyone else.
I love you, Meredith Grey. And I want to spend the rest of my life with you.
However, Rhimes had originally planned for Meredith to end up with Preston Burke, not McDreamy. Now, Preston is great and all, but you simply can't top the swoon factor of Dr. Derek Shepherd. The real reason the union never came to be, however, was that Meredith Grey actress Ellen Pompeo was already in an interracial relationship in real life, and felt that being in one on TV would be too close to home. So Rhimes simply paired Burke with Christina instead. Problem solved. Number 4. The show used colorblind casting. Grey's Anatomy boasts one of the most diverse casts on television, and according to executive producer Betsy Beers, it's 100% intentional.
Black woman saved your life at a great personal cost. So maybe next time you're looking at your tattoo and you're thinking how much better all us white guys are than everyone else, think about that.
The goal was always to ensure that the best actor got the part. So Shonda was really insistent about the idea that we cast the character with no preconceived notion as to what they should look like or be like.
Is it because I'm Asian? Is that your problem? You don't like Asian people?
According to Rhimes, when she approached the network with this idea, they said go for it. Their faith in her casting abilities was well-founded. Number 3. It wasn't supposed to be called Grey's Anatomy. Most showrunners will run through a few names before ultimately settling on a title that best suits their program, and Shonda Rhimes was no different when it came to naming her brainchild. It may be difficult to imagine the iconic ABC show being called anything else, but the original plan was to simply call it Surgeons. We know what you're thinking, and yes, it's kinda bland.
And only lame surgeons do fusions. We're not lame, we're fun.
Fortunately, others felt the same way and decided to go with the much more interesting and catchier title that we know and love. Number 2. ABC made Shonda Rhimes change some scenes. Nowadays, Rhimes is considered one of the most influential women in the entertainment industry. She's been a driving force behind some of television's biggest shows, and her work on Grey's Anatomy has earned her several Primetime Emmy Award nominations. However, during the show's first season, the network asked her to make changes to the show on more than one occasion. In the season 1 episode, The First Cut is the Deepest, for example, Rhimes had Alex and Christina racing to see who could deliver the most bad news to patients. ABC wasn't impressed, and the episode instead shows Alex and Christina delivering good news while Christina suffers through the hugs of relieved patients.
You can go home today.
Yeah, congratulations, whatever.
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications.
Number 1. Patrick Dempsey was afraid of Shonda Rhimes.
And then I was like, I was completely terrified of her. I was like, oh my God, she's scary.
According to Patrick Dempsey, during his first meeting with Rhimes, she did little more than stare at his face.
Shonda Rhimes looks at me. No expression, just looks at me. The entire meeting just looking at me.
Honestly, who can blame her? At first, Dempsey thought that meant she hated him, but later realized she was just figuring out what role he was most suited for.
But my producing partner, Betsy Beers, always says that I have one of those faces where when I get excited, I start writing inside my head, and so my face goes blank. Oh. So people think I don't like them, as opposed to she's really excited.
Rhimes actually loved him, and in fact said that while shooting the pilot, she and executive producer Betsy Beers would admire him on set and think, look at his dreamy eyes. It wasn't they who came up with the nickname that eventually made it into the show McDreamy.
Honestly, the entire time that he was in the room, he walked in the room, I was like, oh my God, he's so dreamy.
Did these backstage secrets surprise you? Tell us in the comments.